It's a day called today. We're talking guitars and life. Well, welcome back everybody to another exciting episode. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. So today what we're going to do, we're going to tackle this neck, this Leo Jaymz LP style kit guitar neck that I have finished. I think it looks pretty good. Truthfully, after I get this connected to the body, after doing some fret work, I will probably come back and address just a couple things on the neck. However, it is smooth, it is shiny, it is dark, it is rich. I am digging that, man. I am digging it. So yeah, so what are we going to do today? Well, in this video, what I'm going to do, how much of this we'll do together, I think really depends on how much time is required for me to do all the things. It may be that I end up just doing a fast forward vid. Man, how do you guys feel about the fast forward vids? I've done a couple of those, interjected those in other vids where I just fast forward a portion and it's my sloppy guitar playing, but man, inevitably every time I do that, either the music is too fast or it's too slow, or my voice sounds like I've been sucking helium, or slowing way down, talking like this. Because I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. It sounds perfect on my end on the laptop, but when I upload it to the tubes, man, it just sounds horrible. So I don't know, man, how you guys feel about that. Let me know. I mean, I'm just assuming that you don't want to watch me for 40 minutes do all this. So anyway, that said, I will more than likely begin tackling this work, and at some point we will hit the fast forward button and I'll see you on the other side. But for right now, we have a level guitar neck, which is always where you want to start. And I'm going to check the frets one more time. I did this relatively quickly in earlier vids because I just wanted to get a sense of whether or not we would need to level the frets. Now you can probably tell without me doing too much of a close-up action that these frets are gunky, nasty, dirty. You can probably also tell that the edges of this fret right here in particular, you can see probably how it's got some weird looking, that's not catching my finger, but it needs to be, in my view, it's my guitar, it needs to be filed down. This first fret, I've mentioned it in a couple of the vids, it has some kind of catch on it. So, fret work. Okay, look, guys, it was a $179 kit guitar. I expect to do work to it. How much work, you say? Well, I don't know. We're going to find out. Yeah. I kind of remembered that from earlier, that the second fret was suspect at the top and the bottom. The middle seemed to be okay, and I'm not worried about like the binding getting marker on it or anything like that. And I know, okay, so since I know that that's high, checking these really doesn't make any sense, the ones right next to it. Okay, so I'm going to skip up here. So this one about right here. And I remember, it's been a few days since I did the other vids. I know it seems like I'm posting vids every day and I'm doing this stuff 24 hours a day, but man, I schedule stuff out, guys. So it's not really a real-time situation, you know. Yeah, see, and again, I don't know if that's high because this one was high. I don't know. Well, no, that one's not in play, is it? Because it comes after it. Get it straight, Ted. What are you doing? Guys, look, man. Anybody who hangs on the channel knows I don't know what I'm doing. But maybe I'm improving on my skills, man. I feel like I am. I feel like some of this is much more I don't like the wobbliness of the neck, but these Les Paul necks, man. Give me a Telecaster neck, man. It just lays flat on the table. Now, in the higher registry, I do remember from the original fret run that they got better as they went up. Not perfect, but better. So yeah, I'll come this way. Now, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence, but for the new folks with us, the reason that this is such an important thing, if this fret is high, when I fret a string before it, the string is going to hit that and create the buzz. That's what creates buzz in a guitar, is the vibration of the strings touching the frets in an awkward way. So what do I have here? Well, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so to me, 4 is kind of it would be the max that I would consider doing one at a time, okay? But here's the thing, once you fix this one, then you don't know what it does to the rest of them. Okay, particularly those closest to it. So what I'm going to do, given the state of the board, just the fact that it's kind of janky looking, man, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to level and crown and polish all of these frets. You know, one thing we didn't do, hammer. Here's another thing you could do. So let's take this fret down here, and I'm going to try to double support it here. There we go. Let's take this fret. Whoops. So we got a high fret, right? Sometimes what you could do is take your rubber mallet hammer sometimes the frets are just not seated properly. Look at that, see? All right, so that took care of that one, right? Well, that's magical. That is very helpful. Let me just check again. Maybe I'm being too exuberant. Nope. Right, this one. Again, I'm trying to give support underneath the neck. And I'm hammering that pretty well. Dang it. My apparatus down here is just not working out for me. There we go. Look at there, see? No more clicky clack, man. That's good news, guys. That's real good news. I would rather hammer some frets than level. That's for sure the truth. All right, well, this one, is there a way I could sit this like this? I'm just so sick of that wobbling around, man. You guys still with me, man? If I lost anybody? You lost everybody. Probably. Alright, so this one still appears to be high. So there's a couple schools of thought. One school of thought is you hit it again. Alright, so we got one high fret right here after our hammering. And I really need to mark the, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that. Okay, so just checking everything again. Guys, it doesn't hurt to check more than once. And if I don't have to file this, level these frets, man, I would be a happy guy. I don't mind doing it. All right, let me check this. This one is not. There's nothing wrong with that fret. I don't know. That's level. I don't know what's up with that. It could have just been the way my guitar neck was not stable on the apparatus, and now it's stable. So, if you're playing a home game, we went from having 4 frets to having 1 problem fret. Shout out Leo Jaymz Company. I feel much better about 1. And I will polish these and get all that off. This is just a baby wipe I've got on the bench, man. I just don't want to confuse myself when I see marker. When I see marker, I want to go, man. Marker makes me want to file stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell see how the edge of the frets are grabbing this baby wipe? That's why they need to be addressed. That is an indication that they are not copacetic on the sides, my friends. Okay, so a couple schools of thought. Okay. We've got a high fret. Do we? Yes, we do. It is not. It's really only. Man, it's so close, guys. All right, so the tip of it is okay, but we've got, so here's a couple thoughts, right? So there's all kind of products you can buy. Okay, so this is technically a crowning file, all right? These files, these red handle jobbies, some people can use these. Then there's other crowning type stuff, all right? There's also fret erasers. So what we need, and another kind of old school kind of sanding block situation. I don't know what's going to work quite yet. I think I saw, man, I'm not sure. I think somebody said these were stainless steel frets. I don't know if that's true or not. So this is a StewMac product. This is called a fret kisser. And truthfully, guys, I don't think it's worth the money. And part of the reason that I don't think it's worth the money is because I've never been smart enough to use it. And I'm not throwing shade on myself. I'm just saying, I'm sure if there's a problem with this tool, it's more than likely me. But in theory, what the tool does is that if all these frets were flat, then you would not hear any filing, any grinding. You hear the grind? Right there. All right, so you see how it's taken off the marker right there? Now, I'm not going hard in the paint, okay? I'm just very gingerly going over this. And here's the trouble spot. You can hear it. So you kind of go from not really hearing anything I've seen guys also go this way. See, but it's still high. So I don't know, man, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Guys, put it in the comments. Those of you who have the fret kisser, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I'm just not doing it long enough. It's a great concept idea. And I've a lot of channels, man, that I've watched that I think have guys that kind of know what they're talking about. Swear by this, man, but I can't even remember how much this cost, man. I'm gonna say it was nearly $100. I think I bought this and this together. I think it was like, I'm embarrassed to tell you, I think it was 180 bucks or something, man. I don't know. Do your homework. Find out what things really cost. But I'm slowing my roll. I'm taking my time. I'm hanging out with y'all, talking guitars and life. What could be better than that, Jack? Testing out a product, I guess. I didn't know I was going to do a review of the StewMac fret kisser, but apparently I am. All right, looky there. So, see? That's what I don't get, man. I don't know. Should I press harder? I am. I'm just, see, it rides the two frets that are not high, and the one that's high gets the, I think that's a diamond file in there. But man, I don't know, dudes. This is what gets me. This is where I go. All right, I'm leveling all of them. It's just easier sometimes to me. Now the other thing that you could do, guys, all right, listen, man, listen real close. I want you to pull up a chair. If you got headphones, I want you to turn them up. If you're watching a ball game at the same time, mute that mess for a minute. Let me say this with as much clarity and sincerity as I have in my heart for you. Nothing I do is prescriptive. I am not a teacher. I'm not telling you what to do. Am I setting an example? Sure. Is it a good example? I don't know. It's just what I do. So, all right, you can turn the game back on now and turn your headphones back down. But I'm just saying, man, you do you, man. You find a rhythm that works for you. That's what life is about. All of life comes down to a person finding out what works for them in all areas of life. The same is true with guitar, man. Are there guidelines? Yeah, there's some good guidelines. Are there general things? Sure, there are general things, man. But so much of this has everything to do with you finding your own way. And I don't know, man, people are wired different. Some people like options. Some people like figuring it out for themselves. Oh, man, are we there? Did we do it? Dang it. See, that's what I mean, man. You get so close. So close, but so far away, man. But yeah, man, all of life is about you finding your own path and your own way based in, yeah, sure, the experiences of other people. Yeah, sure, man. Sorry, I knocked the camera all around, but we've all met, so probably don't need to apologize too profusely. Yeah, not a good chair camera placement. But yeah, so we've still got a high fret. We've done the fret kisser. It does not, I guess it still sounds like it's sanding, filing. I'm going to do this a few more times. We're going to do the patient route. The impatient Ted route is to take a file to this thing like super aggressively. I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to try to use the product that I have and just kind of see. And again, this is a product that typically does not work for me. The frets do not appear that they need to be crowned. I mean, the ones that I'm not messing with. Alright guys, well, we were in church, I'd say hallelujah. Alright. One level fret. Using the fret kisser. So I don't know, man, maybe you want to check it out. Well, this simplifies things. So now we've got a nice level fret. Now we should crown that. So Amazon file, StewMac file. Look guys, I've got the StewMac file. I might as well use it. Might as well use it. And again, I'm not trying to, like, there's two sides to this. Okay, I'm going to use the one that's a little bit, looks more jumbo-ish. And I'm not going to, like, try to, like, go to town or anything like that. I'm just going gingerly. Now what I should be able to see, and I am trying to taper the sides, if you will. Oh, that reminds me. There's something I've been wanting to do. See, you can kind of see how it was a thick marker, and now it's got that black line at the top. That means that we're creating the mountain top, the peak, if you will. Yep. Now, it's not, because we did file it, and we did crown it, but the tip of it is still, there's file marks there from the fret kisser. So what I need to do is stop doing that. Okay. So what I need to do now is consider whether or not I'm going to tape the board up. I'm not. Now maybe when I polish the frets I will. So what we need to do is use a series. I guess there's two ways we could go about this. We could put some cleaner on it, see if it'll clean those frets. But there's the other thing I wanted to do. The other thing I wanted to do was tackle the edges of these frets, because you guys cannot see what I'm doing. I'm really sorry about that, guys. All right, to the person who commented not too long ago and said you really need like an overhead cam or something to capture what you're doing. It's the best I can do, my friend. This is the best I can do. So I'm going to take the file. This is a FretGuru file. You can use any kind of file you want. These, I got them on Amazon, anything that you want. So I'm going to take the filing side. This has 4 sides to it. 2 are smooth, 2 are files. I'm going to take the filing side and I'm going to go down the side of that fret and I'm going to round it over like that. Okay. Now going this way is always more awkward for me. And I'm going to go like this. That's the other cool thing about this file. You can do it with any file that's flat. And I'm letting my finger kind of guide me. If this was somebody else's guitar, I would have taped the board up. It's my guitar, I ain't taping the board up. And I'm just trying to get this where it's... This one had like a burr on top of it, which is why I was spending so much time doing this. Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your bad selves, everybody. We'll catch you down the road.